Hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to Create Astral. Last time we did a little bit of work playing around with some stuff. We got into Tech Reborn, we got into a couple of things, and well, we just kind of made a bunch of machines. In between episodes, I did a little bit of rethinking of what I thought I was going to do. I moved all of the machines into the workshop. I cleaned up almost all of the random stuff laying around. I went ahead and set up the Tesla coil so that it could actually be usable if we needed to charge anything. And, well, yeah, did a lot of cleaning things up. I went and took all of this stuff out. I got rid of all the chests and everything laying around except for some of the other stuff. Built one of these nice little cast chests so I can put my casting in there. We got a bunch of just leftover junk. For the most part, everything has been cleaned back up. Put my trash can back where I need my trash can to be accessible. And I went ahead and moved all of those machines in here to include placing our cute little redstone assembler in the place. So I think if I recall correctly, I went ahead and remade the extractor as well because we're going to need to be able to use that for later on processing of things. And because of the fact these machines now have the ability, which is quite nice, of being able to pull and push out of inventories, unlike, the way they used to not be able to do. That's really amazing, and I always glad it when a single one block machine can do that. So we can just put stuff in a barrel up here, it'll process it and put it down here. So power is again, shaft coming into this wall, and I think if I recall, like right somewhere in here, where did I put it? There he is, right there. There is another alternator. Went and built one of those, plugged it into a bunch of insulated cable, and it is just doing the work. So we'll go ahead and put you back, and we'll go on about things. And anyhow, so what we need to do today, what we're going to try to do today is we're going to try to continue to finish on down this line over here, and I would like to try to get to this little device here. So that's going to require us to build some some painful thing. I'm not going to say painful things, but we're going to have to go through this line down to here, then make some dash stuff so that we can get to the navigation system thing here, this navigational mechanism, which is going to be part of a few things that we're going to need in order to be able to make the NASA workbench and a bunch of things. So one of the first things it's going to want us to do is it's going to want us to make some dash. So dash plates. Dash plates are one of those we can go ahead and just make a bunch of those really quickly. So how many do we need here? We're going to need 2 of those, and I think we're going to need something in here. No, I've got to remake this whole process. We're going to be automating this thing very, very, very shortly. We're going to sit down and make some numbers up because there's only a few of these we're going to need. This is going to be one of those deals we're going to build this. Just looking forward, we're going to build this. I think it's only going to get used in like 3 things. So if I do this, we're going to, an elytra if we want an elytra, the boots if we want the boots, and this, and whatever this energizer is, possibly the solar panels. Those things are expensive. I mean, it is what it is on that point, but I think probably all said and done, we probably only ever going to need maybe 4 of them. So we're going to start with making 4 of those. So first off, whatever it takes to make you is 2 dash plates. Go ahead, throw some dash into the compressor. Start with that, which should be you. Go. That still works, and then you'll work on that and put that down here. So then we can get those started. The next step is we need to make electrum. Electrum is going to be mixing molten silver and molten gold, or either that, I suppose. Yeah, that's how we're doing this, right? Or we can either do the charging process, which is a dash bucket, or we can mix molten gold and molten silver in here. If I remember correctly, that's not very easy. That done? Here. Thank you. That'll get us a check mark here. Good deal. Hopefully we don't have some wonkiness because of the update. I had to go back and change a few settings and some things because we were having problems. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. So I guess the quickest thing is probably to just go ahead and melt some dash down, because otherwise I'm going to have to set up several. I'm going to have to break a bunch of my stuff down. So let's see. I want one of those. Actually, let's just do this. In order to make the thing we need to be able to make, like I said, about 4 of these navigational mechanisms. And the navigational mechanisms are going to require an electrum nugget times 30. Get my calculator out again. So So, it's simple, old, easy, fun math. It's 30 times 4 because we want to make 4 of those chips, and then I need to divide that by 9, so we're looking at what? 13 and a third ingots. So that's always lovely. 13 and a third is not impossible to do. That's just going to be some fun stuff. So, we'll go ahead and just make a couple of buckets of dash. And we can then go ahead and charge that. So let's do this, put that away. That way we've got a couple of buckets. We can just go ahead and shut the machine off here, put you two guys in there, and go grab your stuff. So I've got a bunch of stuff laid out here. I went ahead and made a few little parts, pieces, and we've got our books and things and stuff laid out. Where is a bucket times 2? And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So you give me that, and you give me that. If I take this and carefully place it on that, it will charge it. Thank you. Place that on there. That will charge it. Nice. So we can collect our rewards, if there were any rewards. I don't recall if there was. Hey, there we go. Kind of nice. Good deal. So that will also allow us to be able to build an industrial chunk loader, which I guess is cool. We have the FTP questing chunking thingies. I don't know why I would care. All right, and then I should be able to take these back in here and say you pour and you pour. Okay, so we'll let those run a little bit. The problem next is I have to make 4 of these. So if you notice, this is a similar process. So we have the spout, we have a deployer, and then we have a stampy thingy. It's the same process. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and build this up. And then I need to go ahead and melt some cobalt, looks like, as well, too. Well, we have cobalt. We can do that work when we get to that point. So the other thing I need to do for sure, I need to go ahead and make some of the copper wire for this next process. So we should be able to do, so 4 times that number. Do I have a bunch of these? I hope we do. Sure. Let's get some stuff going here. And yeah, we do have plenty of those. Good deal. And I have a few wires, and I do have a few copper sheets, so I should be able to make that work just fine. Let's go put some stuff in the processor over here, and we can build another line. Now, this line may or may not get used ever again once we do all this stuff, so who knows. Put that in there, and then we'll go. So right here, I want to just kind of continue. We've been building this little process because it works the easiest for what we're doing in here. It makes nice little narrow lines. Quite simple, easy to build, so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to grab a chest. I'm going to take everything that's right here and just break this one. Thank you. And we will start with that, as always. Yeah, let me think. 1, 2, 3. We need to do... This is where the problem lies in my brain. 1, 2, 3 steps. So I want to step there. Then, so, let me see. We need to spout here. Nope, that's not what I want. So, spout, deploy, press, recover, thing. So, the next chest is going to go right there. Yes, cool. Still not quite got this in my head yet as to how I want to make this work, but it does do the thing that you need to do. So, we need a couple of shafts, some belts. Shaft, belt, go, and then you should be able to easily place these down. So there's that, and I have a deployer I know I do somewhere. There we go. Did I just take them out of there? Yes, I did. That's fine. These are just spares from other things. And then a mechanical press. And I want to make sure these are facing similar directions. So, where did you go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Deployer, mechanical press, and then our mechanical arm friend is going to be about right there. He's going to need a depot here. Cool. All right, so where is our brass funnel, andesite funnel? That can go right there. That can go like this. Brass funnel, nope, turn it around so it faces into it. And since this is going to likely be just one of those things, we're only going to ever do this maybe one time, possibly once or twice. I'm just going to set this up to function kind of, and then we'll go from there. Where did I put those? Okay, so we're going to need to be able to melt and pour in metals, so we'll just put a seared heater with, where did you go? Must have put it away somehow. I have no idea how. Seared heater, and I have no idea where my melter went. I had a melter made, didn't I? 1 second. I have no idea where it went. I'm pretty sure I made a melter for this whole thing, but whatever, it's okay. We can just go on forward. We'll put the melter up there. We'll put a faucet or a drain right there, whatever you want to call it. And in order to control that thing, we're going to put a lever right about there. That was cool. Where did I get these from? Oh, yeah, that's right. We got that as far as a reward. Nice. I was probably supposed to hang on to that, but whatever. That should work. That should do the thing, and we can grab some of the fuel that you have in your inventory and put it right there. All right, so then we got to set this all up so that it works, and then start making the other things function. Let me get the rest of the wiring done in here, and then we can move on. Alright, this side is a little bit more fun because the belt turns the wrong direction compared to that stuff over here, so you have to kind of invert it, but we should be working now. Everybody should have a finger pointing down, and we have some stuff. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we need to, and I need to go ahead and hit this button. Can I just put you right there? Thank you very much, and there. We need to make a redstone chip. Redstone chip is going to be an electron tube with copper and gold wire, or any wire for that matter. We should have plenty of wire, and that should take 12 times what did you do with all of the things. We have those in there. That should be pretty close to being what we need to do, and I need to get a couple of ingots of copper. So let's see, how much is it per? You to there is 41 millibuckets times 12 divided by 100 and whatever the heck it is. So it's like four ingots of copper, I believe, on this one. Where is it? We'll grab 5 just in case. It's not like it's a big deal. Copper's cheap. We got lots of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the copper wire, place it in there. I'm going to grab a filter. I don't even know what's on this one. I think I already had this set up. Yeah, ready to go. That should do everything we need to do there. If I place that right there and then grab another filter that says just that one. Yeah, I've already got these kind of programmed ready to go. So that should be good to go here. We're going to deny that from exiting right there. So that should do the work, I hope. Right? Anyhow, maybe. So all I should need to do now is place a few of those in here. Let that cook up. If we use too much, I don't really care. And then you can just do that. That'll pour that right directly into there. And then we can place one of those in there and let it do the cycle. You're supposed to be picking that up. What is wrong with you? Pick from here, place in there. Go. Oh, it's on the wrong thing. Go that way. There you go. And then we'll let that run around and get one of those going, and, well, we're going to go ahead and make all 12 of them because it makes more sense, or all 4 of them. But I'll go ahead and let that process, and I will be back once it's done. I need a lot more copper. Math is hard. Alrighty then, I had to sneak it away from him. There is our 4 redstone chips. So now we're going to redo all of this. And of course, I put way too much copper in there. No big deal. It's not like it's expensive or anything. Next step is we then take those chips and we place a fair amount of cobalt on them. Which I probably need to go get some more cobalt. What was the number exactly here? So 16 times 30 times 4 divided by like that number. No, dang it. So it's gonna be like we're going to be around 2 blocks of cobalt once again. So we'll go ahead, toss this in here, run down here to the end of this line, and deliver this to here. We'll just go ahead and say goodbye for now. That'll be plenty. Anything else, we can just pour it right back into a bucket or do whatever we need to do. And then this, I need to take this out. Thank you very much. And we'll just do all of that and place all of that in there. I think we're going to get pretty close on the line, but I just want at least one so that we can move forward. So as soon as that melts, cool, we should be able to now do this. This is when I have to reset this because this number doesn't belong here. You do that. Thank you. You go in there. You go there. Thank you. There you go. Play a little bit more on it. And we'll cycle this one around until it's completed. And that looks like that finished the end of that. So there will be our first navigational mechanism. If we click navigation mechanism, whatever it is here, thank you very much. Excellent. So that will allow us to do a little bit more fun stuff, which is going to be able to, we need to be able to make an Astral Workbench now, which is the next step of what I want to do. You all, these are just going to be for things for later. I don't know how much do we have left in you. You still have 64. You still have enough maybe to do a couple of more of them. I'm going to go ahead and put one. I'm just going to do these one at a time because they take so stinking long to do that it's just easier to make sure that it does it all in one go. All right, last and final thing that we want to do with this. We're going to make this today, which means I need to make a mechanical arm, a display board. Let's just go look and see. I think I have a few of these things laying around still. If nothing else, I can make most of that stuff, but we should be good to go very shortly. Okay, let's see about crafting the last couple of things here. So I need a mechanical arm times 2, and then I had to craft a couple of capacitors, some display boards, all that kind of fun stuff we've had laying around this whole time. Do you work? What are we short? Oh, right. This is supposed to be crafted in the crafting thingy. So that means we need to go over here and do the silly with this. So let's see. You can kind of just do whatever you want to do with these things. They have like little crafting, space things. You can put like these little pieces in. I forget what the heck it's called. It's that dude right there, the crafting slot cover. That just allows you to not have to worry about doing things in here, or you can just do the thing that makes the most sense. I need to borrow 3 of them. I borrow this right here, right? So if I just do that, and if I just do that, and if I just do that, that means I just get those 3 right there. So we get a, oh right, this is something I had to do before. I tried to make something else with this, and I had a problem with it. Let's see, you go there, and then you go, one of you in there, and one of you in there. If you're trying to craft certain things that these can connect to, like say if I'm trying to make things with those, it's a problem that you're going to find, because these things can access these crafters, and you can't right click or shift click or do whatever you need to do to be able to put them in there. So we should be able to do then this and this, right? Was that dash block in the bottom, and 2 of those either side. Why you split it, but there. One of the controller things and a display board craft for me. NASA Workbench. Woohoo! Now we can make some rockets. Are you done? Did you finish it? Okay, cool. So I think that's probably going to be the last thing we're going to make with this. I'm not 100% certain. I may or may not need to make more with it. What's left in you? Nothing? Little teeny tiny amount, probably. Who knows? Whatever. No big deal. We don't care. Let's go put down our new toy, because this new toy is going to allow us to make some fun things in the next episode. But that is absolutely where I wanted to get today. We now have a NASA Workbench. We now have a bunch of fun things, and we now have a means to get to a different area, which means we're going to have to craft this. Now, have to craft the thing here. However, there's a whole lot of work we're going to have to do to get there. We then now have to go down through this line over here and craft one of these things, which this is kind of actually fairly painful to deal with right now. So I will go ahead and load up a bunch of parts and stuff and ready to go, get us all sorted so that we can craft that all ready to go, or get it set up, and then we can move on so that maybe then an episode, like I say, this is going to be next episode probably. Pretty much all that corner right there is going to be next episode, and then we're going to probably take a decent amount of time to figure out how to make fuel so that we can then make a rocket so that we can then do a few things. But anyhow, for now, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.